Jennifer, how are you today? Oh, good afternoon, Jennifer. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. And how was your trip here to the office?
It was very good. Traffic was a little heavy today, but I made it through. Thankfully, I left a little early to allow myself some time, but
Oh,
I
good.
didn't have
Okay.
many issues. Great.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you made it here safely. So, what brings you into the office today?
So I kind of just wanted to talk to you about. I have this issue. I'm just kind of feeling overwhelmed and burdened and a little burnt out. Um, I have found myself with a super busy schedule. I do a lot of serving in the church. I take on extra roles at my job and often volunteer for things and stay late. And I also
Mhm.
volunteer, at a hospital doing some Stephen ministry things. And anyway, I have a hard time telling people no. If somebody asks me, can I do something, even if it's not into my if even if it's not really I can't afford to do it in my schedule, or I may have something that I wanted to do, I would still tell them yes and do whatever they need me to do. And I love being able to do that. I love being able to serve and help, and I'm really passionate about it. However, I just don't have a lot of time for myself or my family. And I do like to exercise and work out, and I'm not really having a lot of time to get that done either. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you about how maybe I can change that and learn to, I guess, prioritize the things that I can do and recognize that I can't do everything.
Okay. So, from what I'm hearing, you're saying that you volunteer with the church. You also volunteer at the hospital, and you have a lot going on your plate right now. And so, you're trying to get where you have some more time for yourself, and just being able to say no.
Yes, that's
To
correct.
allow okay.
That's
Is
correct.
how do you feel when you feel when you can't say no, or if you say no to a particular person, does it make you feel a certain way by saying no, and that's why you say yes?
It does actually. These are people that I'm very fond of and that I spend a lot of time with. And it does. It makes me feel like I'm disappointing them if I say no, or that they may not ever ask me to help them out again, or, even if it's my friends and they ask me to join them for a girls' dinner and I
Hmm.
can't because I'm volunteering somewhere or something, I'm just scared that they're not going to ask me to dinner anymore. And so I don't want to disappoint anybody or anybody to think that I don't want to help them, because I do.
Hmm.
So I end up just saying yes to everything, and before I know it, I have a wide open schedule and I don't have any time for myself.
Okay. So from what I'm understanding, also that um, you volunteer for people that you know that you've had a good relationship over the years, and you feel like you're disappointing them when you can't help them out, and you really do want to help them out, but you really want some more time for yourself. And then you also feel like if you're not able to help them, that they won't invite you to be with them again, or be a part of that activity that they're having the next time.
Yeah, that's correct. So I almost feel guilty for saying no, um,
Hmm.
because I don't want to. Like I said, I just don't want to disappoint anybody or not get invited back and make them think that I don't want to, or that I'm not grateful for the opportunity that they may be given. So, yeah, I just kind of say
Yeah.
yes all the time, and always there for whatever anybody needs. And
Okay. So if we look at that, what's the worst thing that could happen if you told them no in your mind? Is that you won't be invited back? Or is that what will actually happen, being that these are friends of yours or people that you know?
yeah, that in my mind, that's the worst thing that would happen. I guess in my mind, the worst thing that was, I wouldn't be invited back, and maybe at some point after I'm not invited back or don't attend these volunteer functions or, sessions or whatever it may be, that they may just quit speaking to me altogether. So I don't want to lose like friendships or professional relationships. So I think that would be the worst thing that could happen.
Okay. So I mean, what level of friendship or relationship do you have with your friends? Um, is it, I mean, very close type relationships, or these are people that you've encountered over a short period of time? What does that look like?
No, in my especially in my friendships and even my church family that I do, these are people that
Mm-hmm.
I've known for a long time. So I would say that they're very close friendships. I've
Mm-hmm.
I've been around them and friends with them and doing things with them for probably 8 to 9 years. So
Okay, so it sounds like it's been a quite a length of time that you've known everyone, and so they know you quite as well. Um, and so if you disappointed them once, say you weren't able to attend a function because you were sick, do you feel like they would not invite you back if you were sick?
no, I think that they would understand if I was sick that I just couldn't be there. It's just
Mm-hmm.
when I know that I might want to like, just kind of take a night off and relax and not be doing anything or maybe
Mm-hmm.
go to an exercise class at the gym. I guess it's those things. I don't want them to think that I'd rather be doing something else or for myself rather than helping them with the things they may need help with.
Okay. So today let's kind of explore the reasons why um, you feel like you can't disappoint them.
Okay.
Um, so the reasons appear to me, it looks like as if you're trying to not disappoint them because you don't want to lose the friendship.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. Um, so let's explore that even further. So if you look at your friends and knowing that you know them as long as you have been, and you guys have had a good relationship, is it possible to maybe look at spending time with them less frequently and having a conversation with them saying that you would like some me time for yourself? Do you think they would be opposed to something like that?
I would hope not because I have been friends with these folks for a long time and they do know me. And so
Mm-hmm.
I would hope not. I guess I could. I honestly surprisingly hadn't even thought to just simplify it that like that and
Mm-hmm.
tell them that I'm kind of burnt out.
Yeah, because sounds like you guys have a wonderful relationship. And, that's great that you have friends that you can be around, all the time and volunteer with them and do fun stuff together, have activities together. You say you go work out together. So it sounds like you guys have a great friendship. So I think just not feeling guilty, not feeling disappointed because you let them down or you decide that you need to take some time and just even rest would be, I think, they would value your relationship as much too, just by looking at it from that perspective. So I guess the goal here is to try and look at it from another angle, as opposed to always thinking that, um, they're going to be disappointed in you or they're not going to like you anymore because you're not you're not able to attend a function with them.
But I mean, that's a good thought. I honestly can't believe that I just didn't simplify it that much in my mind. That I just didn't feel like I could tell them that, I guess, because
Mhm.
again, I just thought maybe it would disappoint them even further. But I think now that you've mentioned it, because we are such good friends and I have been around them so long that they
Mhm.
may probably would understand. So
Mhm.
um yeah, I can try that and just sit down and have a conversation with them and tell them
Okay.
how I feel and see how things go.
Sure. And then, I mean, if you look at it from a perspective from your friends, are they always able to attend all of the events all of the time with you guys? Or do you see where sometimes they may miss an event for whatever reason?
Yeah,
And
absolutely. The majority of the time, everybody's usually there, but there are definitely times that they can't come for whatever reason. They have other things going on, other events
mhm,
that they need to do, or family functions or things like that. So yeah, absolutely.
okay. And then I think you still feel the same way about them. You still value their friendship when they're not able to attend to an event.
Oh, yes, absolutely, I do, because I understand that, firsthand. I
Mhm.
know that, the people have a lot of things going on and things could come up, so I don't look at them
Okay.
any different like that.
Okay.
For some reason in my mind, I just feel like they would view me
Okay.
differently because I guess because I am always there and do always say yes. And so if I was to
Mhm.
say no, and start, you know, distancing myself from a lot of those, I just didn't want them to view me differently or be upset.
Mhm. Okay. Have you explored the possibility of maybe, you know, when you sit down and talk with them and say, "Hey, let's make tonight girls' night," and then, the following week it's going to be my night, per se, to rest, to catch up on all of my chores or housework or yard work, that kind of thing. So that way you can get that time to rest and not feel like you have to be with them every week or every event.
No, I think that's a good idea. I think I could bring that up at our next girls' dinner and just at least suggest if we could cut it down to, like you said, maybe every other week or even once a month and see how they feel
Hmm.
about that. And maybe that would
Hmm.
not only myself but everybody else some time
Everybody else, yeah.
to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a great solution, Jennifer, to kind of sit down with your friends, because you guys value each other's relationship. I'm sure they will value your honest feelings as well. So, and then as opposed to maybe everybody getting together all the time, maybe once a month, like you stated, or maybe twice a month, as opposed to every week or every other week. And so that way everybody has a chance to kind of like get some R&R time.
Right. No, I think that's an excellent idea. And now that you stated it that way, I think that it would definitely be fine to have that conversation. And surely, hopefully, they would understand just like I understand.
Hmm. Okay. So yeah, I think the what you've said is sounds great. And it's just a matter of just thinking another way or thinking from another perspective. And just
Uh,
knowing that your friends will always be there for you regardless. Yeah.
yeah, I would have to agree. Like I said, I can't believe I just didn't simplify it that much in my mind and think that just to simply sit down and talk to them, like you said, and suggest other
Mhm.
options for that. So I am glad that you suggested it. I think that's a great idea.
Okay. So yeah, let's look at exploring that maybe over the next couple of weeks and see what happens. And then if you feel like you need to come back and talk about it, we can, or we can just plan on scheduling an appointment in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, that sounds great. I will get with them when I see them next week and have that conversation and see how things go.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, thank you so much. I
Yeah,
really
I'm glad you came into the office.
Yes, me too. I feel so much better and I'm glad that I have a solution and hopefully it will help everybody else, not just myself. So that would be great.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
Thank you. I will see you soon.
All righty.
Bye bye.